Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lovely weather if you're a duck. I think our snowpack, when they last measured it, is like 189%. And oddly enough, we're apparently still in drought conditions because we have a lot to make up for. So we're grateful for the water falling from the sky. My name is Reverend Rafe Ellis, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to Sierra Center for Spiritual Living this morning. Welcome each of you that are joining us virtually through Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube, and those of you here in the room. We're going to get started right off with our musicians, Love Eternal. Here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. So many sweet smiling faces.
This is a song called Life, and it's very easy, so once you hear us sing it, join in, please. Feeling better all the time, because I am truly blessed.
And this song sounds better when you guys sing it along. Like all the songs really actually. Feeling better all the time. Oh, I'm feeling better all the time. Yes, I'm feeling better all the time. 'Cause I am truly blessed.
you for that song, because every once in a while I'll just be diddy bopping down the road and it just pops into my head, and it's a great driving song. Especially when I'm in a taillight meditation in Sacramento. So we each came here for some reason this morning. What did you come here to get? Just shout it out. Reciprocity. Connection. Inspiration. Touch. Peace. If you're with us online, feel free to participate putting that in the chat. So I encourage you, I invite you to hold the energy that you came here to get, to be that energy, and see what happens throughout our time together. See what happens. So one of the things that I get to do for today and 3 more times, I'm having an experience of countdown that is definitely bittersweet, but I get to remind us of who we are here at Sierra Center and what we're up to. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community, intrafaith community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We strive to live authentic lives through a practical application of spiritual principles. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate acts of compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures, and we intentionally share our community and the teachings of science of mind and spirit. And one of the things that we do to give practical application to our commitment to inclusion is our candlelighting ritual every Sunday morning. And Valerie is going to come assist me with that this morning. And we light these candles to celebrate the unity of all people, all faiths, all beings, all life. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for Taoism, honoring the path of ultimate reality, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the middle way and path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the teachings of Jesus as the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought teachings, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through a practice of universal spiritual principles of love and law. We light the 10th candle for absolute inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome and celebrated here. And we light this final candle, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen. Thank you, Valerie. So now we're going to do some more singing, and that's Southern for singing. Here we go.
I just had to do this song again because when you guys are singing it with me, it just sounds so beautiful. And in transparency, my therapist was like, "Did you ever write a song about this?" And I'm like, "I think I did."
She's not making it up. You just sound beautiful. So this is our time of announcements. The Standards Manifestation Mastery Group meets on Tuesdays. You have two options. You can come to either or both. Tuesday afternoon from noon to 1, or in the evening from 5:30 to 6:30. And then on Thursday, the Science of Mind study group, where we are diving into the 1926 version, the original version of Science of Mind. And that meets on Thursdays from noon to 1 and 5:30 to 6:30. We do ask that you invest a $10 donation for each group. That helps keep the center open, because we do use electricity and heat, so it takes care of that. That we did last Friday night, that we did last Sunday. Okay, so I do have a special announcement. Friday, during the sacred dance circle, I overheard a conversation about something that just excited me and grabbed my heart. So I'm going to do whatever I can to help make this happen. There's an organization in Yuba City called Western Farm Workers Association. It is a grassroots, 100% volunteer organization whose primary objective is to eliminate poverty in the farmers that feed us. Now, that's a pretty amazing thing right there. They do a fundraiser for Super Bowl Sunday, and if you don't have to watch football to participate, let me just say that. They are selling tamales. All of the ingredients for these tamales are donated. The tamales are handmade by 3 Mexican women in the farming community. Now, as one that has an adopted Mexican mama, you ain't gonna find that in a restaurant. I'm just saying. So, this morning, and this morning only, you have an opportunity to participate in this fundraiser by ordering tamales. They will be made on Friday. I will connect with the person in this area that I talked to, and she will deliver them to me on Saturday. They will be in the refrigerator for you to pick up next Sunday. You have choices: chicken, pork, or vegan. The vegan ones are nopales and black beans, and they are made with vegan masa. A dozen are $20. Half a dozen is $12. I am personally ordering a dozen of each because tamales freeze really well. And if you thaw them out before you heat them up, wrap them in a damp paper towel for 47 seconds in your microwave, you will never know they were ever frozen. I'm just saying. 47 seconds. Like I said, I have an adopted Mexican mama. There's a science to this. That's what works for me. So, right after service, if you want to order your tamales, come see me. We will take care of that. You do need to pay for them today. It's a chance to eat well and care for folks all at the same time. So there you have it. I, for one, am excited. Thank you, Judy, for having a dance circle and a conversation that I got to overhear and get excited about. Okay, I think that's it for the announcements. So let's take a breath and move into our inward shift time. Our community value this morning is inclusion. And our theme this month is curiosity. And so I'm going to simply invite you to take the idea of inclusion and curiosity married together into meditation. What might you become curious about if you imagined a world that was inclusive of everybody and everything as truly whole, perfect, and complete? So I'm going to ring our bowl 3 times, and then we're going to do 3 collective ohms into our meditation. one, one infinite, eternal substance, one infinite, eternal source. I know it by many names: God, the divine, Spirit, love, life. By whatever name I call it, I recognize that it is beyond naming, that it is the very essence of all that has ever been known and all there is to know. I recognize that it creates out of itself, to know itself, to experience itself, to expand itself. I recognize that I am created out of it, by it, to be it. And what is true of me is true of all creation. Fully infused, made of the very substance of the infinite itself. There can be no separation in one. That it breathes its creation. It is knowing itself as its creation. And knowing this in the fiber of my being to be accurate and true. I know that as I speak my word, it is the infinite speaking its word in, through, and as me. And so I claim and affirm that all are awakening to the divinity of their own being. That each is awakening to that reality in what we see as another. That oneness is revealing itself in the consciousness of humanity. Knowing that as we know our oneness, the actions of oneness must follow that. I claim it, I affirm it, I give thanks, knowing that the word spoken is the word fulfilled. I let go of locking myself into the time frame of this realm. And I simply stand in the truth that it is already done. Unwilling to be fooled by time and space. And so knowing it is complete, I can let go, I can release, and step into an expanded experience of that. I invite you to join me, knowing this is your truth as well, as we say together, and so it is. So this is our time of affirmation. I'm going to read it through once and then invite you to read it with me. I know that Spirit is for me, so I dive with confidence into the unknown. Let's say that together. I know that Spirit is for me, so I dive with confidence into the unknown.
I guess I could tell you a little bit about this song that I'm just going to do. I wrote it a long time ago, going through a dark night of the soul. That's what all these are for anyway, right? Little mantras to keep me afloat. If you feel like singing along at the part you know you want to, you can. So I free myself right now, because
Thank you.
Let's take a breath together. So, our theme this month is curiosity as a superpower. And the more I think about that, the more I realize it may be our only true power. Maybe. I'll talk more about that. This morning's talk title is What Lies Beneath the Surface? Now that's as tricky as everybody here, is it not? Because we are each a surface. And there's something that lies beneath the surface of each of us. And I think if we're being really honest, we have layers of surface. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm trying to get to the core of something and I find out what's beneath the surface, only to find out that now I need to find out what's beneath that and what's beneath that and what's beneath that. Because we are products of generational conditioning. Generational conditioning. So we got layers, folks. We all got layers. And we have layers of thinking that we don't even know where it came from, right? So I invite you to right here, right now, love yourself enough to let go of your need to find out from whence that thought came. And just maybe invite yourself to deal with the thought no matter where it came from, because ultimately it came from mind, and there's one mind, and who thunk it? Does it really change it? No. But we do a whole lot of questioning that keeps us from questioning, that keeps us from knowing, right? And maybe it's just me, but my experience is most of my questioning are the wrong questions. They're questions that love, life, a oneness being can't even answer. Right? When something happens and my first question is, what is wrong with people? Life can't answer that question. Because the question is based in wrongness. And a being that is whole, perfect, and complete doesn't even see wrongness. And so for me to ask what's wrong with me or you or humanity is a question that will only be met with silence. Because there is nothing wrong with us. That does not mean that we are not misusing our power of creation from time to time. It doesn't mean we don't engage in wrong behavior, but it does mean there's nothing wrong with you. Our thinking is out of alignment oftentimes, and thoughts become things. And so if I'm thinking out of alignment, I shouldn't be surprised that my behavior is out of alignment. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It means my thoughts are out of alignment. It means I am not in alignment with the truth of my own being, and the evidence of that is being revealed to me, at which point I am at choice. I can bring myself into alignment, or I can deflect and find all of the reasons why I'm this way. I can go deep into the trenches of victimhood and blame generations of people for why I am the way I am, all the while dismissing the power that exists within me to change it. Because really, it's that simple. Thoughts create feelings, feelings create urges, urges motivate action. If I dislike how I'm acting, back up one. What's the urge I'm feeling? Okay, what feeling created that urge? And then I back up to the gold mine. What thought initiated all of this? And now I'm at something under the surface I can do something with. I can't change how you use thought, but I can change how I use it. Right? And mostly what I find under the surface that has to be changed are ridiculous thoughts about other people. This morning, prime example, I've chosen to let my hair grow out. I don't know why. I just have. And so this morning, I was like playing with curiosity and said to myself, self, wonder what your hair will look like without any product in it today. And right behind that came a whole chorus of questions about what all of you were going to think looking at my hair with no product in it. Seriously, right? What are you going to think if I wear this pair of shoes? What are you going to think if I wear that pair of shoes? What would you think if I showed up in jeans instead of a suit? All of this curiosity that really, that's how you're going to use your superpower today, dude? When I'm thinking about making the announcement about the tamales, what will they think if I mention the Super Bowl? Should I tell them I'm going to watch? Should I tell them I'm not? Blah, 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 blah. Just craziness, right? All of that is curiosity. And all of that is what's under the surface, the immediate surface. And so what if we pretty quickly clear that away to get to what's really motivating things? Motive. Here's what the dictionary says about motive. A reason for doing something, especially one that is hidden or not obvious. It goes on. Causing or being the reason for something. Sound like signs of mind? Right there in Webster's. How about that? And it struck me that most of our motives, and the root word of motive, by the way, means to move. Right? And so most of what we're moving, we don't even know. It's hidden. It's unaware. Most of us, if we're being really honest, don't take the time to check our motives. What's really motivating me to do this? What's really motivating this? And oftentimes it's our own human agenda, if we're being honest. We have a tendency, now I know this may shock you, so buckle up. Here we go. We humans have a tendency to think we're right and that everyone else is entitled to our opinion. And not only are they entitled to it, but it is our duty. If we truly love humanity, it is my duty to press it upon you to such degree that you begin to relent and agree with it, because after all, I have all of the answers, and if you would just listen, your life would be magnificent. And mine would finally be good. Because really the only reason mine's not great is because you're not on board with my agenda. Maybe it's just me. I don't think it is. What's under the surface? We're like a landfill of thought, us human beings. God love us. We just really are. There's layers and layers and layers of garbage that are hiding our brilliance, that are hiding the gift of us. It's kind of like, and I used to do this back when I had a metal detector. I would literally go to the landfill. Now, you talk about a very confusing day with a metal detector. Go to the landfill with a metal detector. It beeps nonstop because there's so much stuff under the surface. And a metal detector is giving you information in this little screen about what it thinks is below the surface. Right? A tin can and a nickel have very much the same properties. I dug up a whole lot of tin cans thinking it was money. It's not. Right? Because it's identifying composition. It's not identifying objects. And so if we will allow ourselves to begin to identify the composition of our thoughts, literally, what are they composed of? Is it even your thought? Or is it one that was given to you generationally that you have never examined? Curiosity is our superpower. We talk in science of mind about manifestation. Manifestation means to reveal, which takes me to the book of Revelation in the Bible. Two amazing verses that I think are very metaphysical at their core. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Revelation 3:20. If anyone hear my voice and open the door, I will come in and will sup with them and they with me. There's a caveat. Open the door. Consciousness, our divinity, is always there. It's always knocking. It's that little nudge that is beneath the surface that is always trying to get our attention. And perhaps the thing that we miss the most is that all the stuff on the surface that we get to move out of the way is the motive, is what's moving what wants to be revealed. Because if what wants to be revealed is always there, right under the surface, and I have those divine nudges, if I have some beautiful divine discontent that pushes me, that moves me to excavate a layer so that I can see more of what's knocking. Perhaps that excavating a layer of what no longer serves us is opening the door. Perhaps. Revelations 21:5. Behold, I make all things new. That's not me, the human being. That's the I am me. That is the creation me. That is always creating. Always creating. And did I say always creating? everything is always new. Our challenge is to let go of what has been. Because I cannot experience newness if I'm anchored to wasness. I can't. And I don't know about you, but my thought landfill is full of wasness. Right? This is how it's always been. And the one that is like quicksand is some made-up belief that this is how it's supposed to be. How do I know that in infinite creation, how anything is supposed to be? That's my brain being uncomfortable with newness. That's all it is. Our superpower is to imagine something that hasn't happened yet. How do we do that through our brain that only knows what has happened? Right? And it creates a rub. It puts us in the rock tumbler of thought. I had a beautiful moment working through this talk where it dawned on me that we are the infinite's curiosity of itself in physical form. Let me say that again. You are the infinite's curiosity of itself in human form. Wrap yourself around that. It wants to expand itself. It only creates. And the way it does that is it creates and then it gives its creation complete free will. That's its curiosity. Your opportunity is to expand the divine's experience of itself. It trusts you that much. It loves you that much. It holds nothing against us. All it wants is for us to imagine newness and create it simply by imagining it. Holy cow. Now, I don't know about you, but that lights me up where I don't have words to describe it. It just wants you to create. We're a New Thought theology. I dare you to have one. Let's take this into prayer. As I allow myself to truly recognize, to recognize, to know again that there is only one, that it is all there is, everywhere present, expanding itself as its creation. Joy fills every fiber of my being, knowing that all life is that in form. That there is no separation. That I truly get to lean into an experience of knowing, of feeling, of sensing, of becoming an experience. That everything I look at is God looking at God. Is the infinite looking at the infinite. That everything I experience is the infinite experiencing itself. That every curiosity I have is a divine desire in the heart of creation itself to expand itself. That I am, that we are the infinite's curiosity of itself in form. I celebrate. So grateful. So grateful to open the door to know more. Grateful, grateful, grateful. And so in this gratitude, from this openness, I release my word, knowing it is the word of the infinite spoken in, through, and as me. I let it go. I let it be. And I invite you to join me as we say together, and so it is. Let's take a breath. So this is our time of prosperous giving. This is our time of intentional giving. This is our time to participate in reciprocity. So let's say our giving affirmation together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Usher, please receive the gifts.
We're gonna try a song we haven't done here in a while. Let's see how this goes. It's called Love Heals All. I feel the joy returning to my life. And I know, yes, I know that everything's gonna be just fine. If I can just put my faith in you. It's what I'm gonna do. It's what I'm gonna do. And I feel a real sense of passion in my life. And I know, yes, I know that everything's gonna be just fine. If I can just put one foot in front of the next. And say yes. And say yes. Tell me what have we learned? That love heals all. Say what have we learned? That love heals all. So let I be more loving, and I walk with compassion, and let I be more trusting, let I be more humble, yeah. May I always rise to the occasion of forgiveness. For myself and for this world that surely needs it. Tell me what have we learned? That love heals all. Say what have we learned? That love heals all. Tell me what have we learned? That love heals all. Say what have we learned? That love heals all. As we stood in the walls in our position, our fists clenched, and we stared each other down, wondering which of us was gonna turn first. But then the love comes to me like the grass tearing up the concrete streets, and with the walls they crumble down and lay us dust below our feet, which we used to build a temple, and we christened it with a song. If I've learned anything all through this, it's that love heals all. So what have we learned? That love heals all. So what have we learned? That love heals all. So what have we learned? That love heals all. So what have we learned? That love heals for myself and for this world that surely needs it. What have we learned? That love heals all. Say what have we learned? That love heals all. Tell me what have we learned? That love heals all. Say what have we learned? Love heals all.
Maybe someday they'll take some lessons or something. What do you think? And so I speak a word of gratitude, a word of acknowledgement, a word of reception, a word of recognition for the divine as money, knowing that we give through Sierra Center to sustain its existence, to grow its consciousness as a community, to give through us to others that do great work in the world as we together create a world that works for all. And so it is. Okay. So just a big reminder, tamales, come see me to order your tamales. All right. Reverend Julia, I'm working with her and the board to get her letter of call crafted. She is currently taking a vacation before she steps into a whole new chaos, which I think is a wise move on her part. So if you haven't looked at the most recent newsletter, please do, because it's going to keep you updated about changes that are happening through this transition period. I do want to share with you the last Sunday is going to be a really special day. Reverend Julia and I will be co-facilitating the service. We will be co-bringing the talk. And then as my last official duty as senior minister, I will install her as the bridge minister. And then we will have a potluck celebration afterwards. So please plan to attend. Please plan to bring something. We will be providing the cake, so food items, lest we wind up with a whole table full of dessert items, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but some people need actual food. This is a body that clearly will eat desserts at every opportunity. It has done so for years. All right. What are you taking with you this morning? Joy. Calm. Inspection under the surface. Relaxation. Open for surprises. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, let's stand and do our benediction. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It is this thing called curiosity. It is this thing called excavation. It is this thing called surprise. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. All right, love eternal. Sing us out. Come get your tamales.
Let's sing Feeling Better again.